Fala galera, beleza? Como é que vocês estão? Hoje a gente passava um pouco de vergonha aqui, mas cara, é uma vergonha que vai valer a pena passar e compartilhar com vocês uma entrevista que eu fiz, cara, com o Tipo Foose há muitos anos atrás, cara, que a gente conseguiu resgatar esse vídeo, né? Tem um probleminha de áudio assim, mas a gente conseguiu colocar ali as legendas e tudo mais, então não me zoem muito, eu tava super nervoso, cara, era o começo do canal do AUTOSUPER e eu tava vendo, cara, meu ídolo ali, né? Aquele cara que a gente via só no Overhaulin. Então, para quem não é inscrito no canal, por favor, considere se inscrever, tem muita coisa de carro, tem muita coisa de verdade aqui, a nossa paixão, realidade nua e crua nesse canal. Quem puder apertar o dedo no like, aperta aí pela vergonha que eu vou passar agora nesses próximos minutos com vocês. Aí, tamo junto, beijo, curta Tipo Foose. I'm feeling pretty nervous here, I'll try my best.
Every year at SEMA,
Yeah?
from shaking hands, my fingers blister and the skin all peels because I shake so many hands.
Is that true?
Yeah, every year it does that.
No, you're joking.
Crazy. No,
Yeah.
they blister up and all the skin peels. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
many people, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people say that you do treat everyone so well, so...
I try to, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's,
Car guy,
you know,
man.
just treat people the way you want to be treated.
Sure. Okay, go. Okay. I will do an introduce in Portuguese,
Okay.
then we'll go to Mexican. Fala galera, beleza? Tranquilo? Cara, hoje realizando um sonho aqui, trazendo pra vocês o cara, tá? Tipo Foose aqui, graças a Bela Tintas aqui a gente teve essa oportunidade, então eu vou fazer algumas perguntinhas, espero que vocês gostem e se sintam representados por esse tipo de pergunta, tá? So, Chip, AUTOSUPER, which is our channel in Brazil, is driven by auto enthusiasts, for auto enthusiasts, right? How should we think about the Foose brand? What does it represent?
Well, Lucas, I just feel lucky and blessed that I get to do what I love doing for a living. You know, and if you were to ask me, like you just did, what you want people to think, I want you to think whatever you feel when you see a car that we built, or when you see overhauling. You know, I'm trying to make other people's dreams come true, and I hope when they think of Foose, you know, I hope that they think of quality, craftsmanship, and making fantasies a reality.
Yeah, we do see that. We do see that.
Thank you.
We appreciate it, and congratulations for it. In this present day, where technology dictates our lives, how do you see the future of custom cars? Are you a fan of electric motors and hybrid cars?
Oh, I'm a fan of any technology, and it's amazing today how many great shops there are because of technology. You know, the craftsman is almost going away.
Yeah.
You can draw something on the computer and cut it out, polish it, make it beautiful, and bolt it on your car, or scan the car and draw something in the computer, 3D print it and put it on. It's, you know, a total different world than what it was 10 years ago. You still have craftsmen that are doing sheet metal work,
Yeah.
but you can do so many cool things to a car without having to know all of those skills.
Great. And do you teach your crew this craftsman?
Well, we use that technology as well, but
Yeah.
I love the old school stuff that
Sheet metal.
not a lot of people can still do.
Yeah.
But I also think that one day what's going to happen is you may sit down with a designer, or you can design your own car on your computer, email the design, or have a 3D printer, but you can email it somewhere that's, you know, rapid prototyping is becoming more affordable
Yeah.
and phenomenal speed. So I think one day you'll be able to design a car on your computer and just email that design somewhere, and they can build that car just off of your drawings.
Nice. And have your own car, right?
Sure.
That's nice. Okay, let's do the... how familiar are you with the Brazilian cars? Have you ever heard of a Opala, of a
Yes,
Puma?
actually, Full Power Magazine, Edu, one of the contributors is Teco. He has an Opala that I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago. I sent drawings to Teco. He built the car, and then at their car show, I came in and we laid out the graphics, and I think the car is not quite finished, but I love the Opala. If I could take any car from Brazil home, I would take that and make it look like just a mini, like almost like a mini Camaro or something.
Mini Camaro, mini
Yeah,
Nova.
it's a great shape,
Yeah.
and it would be a lot of fun to play with.
Great. Do you also like the engine and like the performance? I see you put that on your builds. So in Brazil we don't have the V8, right? It's something
Right.
really not affordable for us. So we have like the 4-banger, the 4-line
You can get a lot of power out of a four-cylinder or a six-cylinder.
Yeah,
but if I had the car in America, I'm a V8 fan.
Yeah,
I'd end up
me
putting
too,
like
man.
an LS3 or something in it.
Yeah, we too. We were there at SEMA now, so for our first time, that was amazing. So, and we really wish to one day bring overseas there an Opala and a Volkswagen Gol, which
That'd
is
be
a very
great.
popular car here.
Yes.
And we have like awesome builders over here as well that could display the car there. So we'll try. We'll try.
There is some phenomenal craftsmanship
Yeah.
here. I've been to some of the car shows, and yeah, it's really a pleasure to see that the passion for the automobile is alive and well and very strong here.
Yes, yes, we have this passion for sure. Come on. Well, like you, we believe that the emotional connection with the cars, right? Between man and machine. So what kind of project gets your heart beating?
It's amazing. I mean, I also love architecture and product design. I like cars, trucks, airplanes, motorcycles. I mean, anything that I see that is good design can inspire me.
Nice.
And yeah, it makes your heart pound. Also, maybe, my wife, number one, but a lot of beautiful women in Brazil.
Yes, we do have. Watch out for them. They're trouble, mate. Anyway, they all know all of this same thing, man. Any plans for open like a Jeep Foose store here or something with the brand Jeep Foose over here in Brazil?
There's no plans right now, but who knows what's going to happen in the future. Now, I always like to stay busy, but I like to be free enough to explore new ideas and take advantage of opportunities that come along. So if somebody came in with that proposal, I would consider it.
Great. Very shortly, how was the overhauling thing on your life? I know it's an amazing show. You have many Brazilian
Thank
fans
you.
over here, and everyone loves your custom. You have like good taste.
Thank you very much.
So how was overhauling in your life?
The first 5 years is a blur to me. We did, I think, 87 cars in 5 years.
Yeah, that's
Third season, we did 29 cars in 9 months. So that was averaging finishing a car every 11 days, plus running my shop.
That's huge.
I was so beat by the end of
Yeah, I
the third
imagine.
season that we slowed up after that. And then after fifth season, we took a 5-year hiatus. I did 2 other shows.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they called and said they wanted to do it again, I said I would love to do it, but not in the 8 days that we had done the previous 5 years that we filmed. So I said,
And is it really done in 8 days?
it was done in 8 days. What you saw was reality. So
How many people working on the car?
The first show, I think we only had like 5 or 6 people, and then also the upholstery shop. But we kept growing, so eventually we had, we kept our main group to about 5 to 10 people, but we had a lot of vendors that brought in a lot of help. I think the most we ever had was about 50 people on one car.
50 people on one car.
Yeah, and that's like if there were 12 people at the upholstery shop, 10 people at our place, another 12 people at the paint shop. So I was adding everybody up that worked on the car.
You're a team manager.
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
And it was interesting because we had an accountability board where I wrote down somebody that was responsible for what we had was 72 items. It was a checklist to restore a car from top to bottom, frame off.
No.
And I could look at the car real quickly and see, okay, all the suspension's done. Look on the board, and okay, Mike was doing the suspension. Mike, what are you doing now? Maybe he says, I don't know. And I say, okay, Sean needs help with the windows. Get on the windows.
And he has this skill to help him.
Yes, everybody had the skills to help. Even if you're just holding something.
Are they like this team A? Is it your team? These people like work with you, right? Or they
Not from
have
Foose
their
Design.
own shops?
I had a couple guys from Foose Design, but I kept the 2 separate because I couldn't tear apart my team
imagine.
to build the cars for the show.
Nice.
So
Okay.
we had 2 separate teams. And Bud Brutzman, the producer, was phenomenal at getting people for us.
Yeah, I can imagine. Right. Okay. How long does it take for you to draw, like a sketch and the final product?
Some of the quick sketches are like 5 to 10 minutes. The final renderings could be 45 minutes to an hour and a half. I think we're going to do one here today.
Yeah. We're gonna see it.
And that'll be about an hour.
An hour. Yeah, I can imagine.
From start to finish.
Hard work, right? Okay, let me do like. How long do we have? Okay, I think we have some time. Right. We live in an age era of every piece of content is shared on social networks. How are you tracking this market, And what is the ideal business model to succeed for you?
I do absolutely zero social media myself.
Zero.
I have people in the shop that take care of all that for me.
Okay.
They may ask me a question, I'll tell them how to respond. But I had a computer in my office.
Yeah.
I started doing email, and by the end of the first week, half of my day was spent on the computer,
Yeah.
and it wasn't productive.
Yeah.
So one day I finished, I looked at how much time I had spent, I unplugged the computer and gave it to my receptionist and said, "You're answering all emails." So I don't even get email on my phone. I'll text people, but I don't do email, and my wife changes my cell phone number about every 3 months. So I don't get a lot of phone calls. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I try to focus on getting projects done.
Yeah.
And I let all my support team do all the social media. I know
Sure.
it's very important,
Yeah, it is.
and so I'm always answering questions or shooting a quick video. But for me personally, I need to spend my time in the shop getting things done.
Great. Well, if you have like a brand new car, not brand new car, but a new project, what are the first mods that you're gonna do it? Which are the first mods that Chipus would do in a car?
You know, being a designer can also be a curse. And the reason I say that is I look at new cars and there's usually something that I see about it that I want to change. So even if I buy a brand new car, I'm wanting to modify it. I have to put blinders on and just say, okay, this is just my transportation car. Eventually I'll end up cutting it up and moving things around. Most cars today look like they have a giant big wheel
Yeah.
and a tiny little back wheel. And all it is the proportions of the car is, you know, it's a taper. And to me, it's just, I know that they keep them all the same size so they can rotate them. But a lot of the new cars today, I look at them and think, you need to cut that rear wheel opening, open it up, and put a larger tire there so that it balances the proportion of the car. If the car is a wedge, your wheels and tires should be a wedge proportionally, you know, as well. You know, you look at a hot rod, the angle of the body and the angle of the two heights of the tires are usually in proportion on the cars that really work well.
Nice.
And that's the first thing I see when I look at new cars. That back wheel looks like it's a little tiny wheel
Tiny
in this
wheel.
big body.
Thanks for how you think like that, man. We appreciate. We all appreciate. Anyway, just last question: is there a message that you would like to leave to our like fans and your fans in Brazil?
Every time I've been to Brazil, I've had a fabulous time. The people are amazing, the food is delicious, and I just want to thank everybody in Brazil for the warm welcome that I always receive here. It's always a pleasure to be here, and I love Brazil.
Well, it's a pleasure and an honor to have you here. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Chipus, galera. Show. Nice. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Can we just take one picture, please?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Chip, you're the guy, man.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You too.
Isso aí, legal, né, cara? Legal demais. Bom, uma honra. Agradeço mais uma vez a Belas Tintas que pôde proporcionar tudo isso para o Auto Super naquele momento. Obrigado de coração. Galera, obrigado a todos vocês. Para quem quiser acompanhar o nosso pouquinho de Foose aqui do Brasil, a construção da nossa Caravan V8, por favor, clique aqui embaixo. Quem não é inscrito no canal, clica aqui na bolinha. Tamo junto, beijo, fica com Deus e até amanhã se Deus quiser.